This is the PMP and the Snap. Sneak in a quick lesson into your busy schedule so you can pass that exam. Let's snap in. This is Kaye B, and welcome to another episode of PMP and a Snap. Let's start talking about complexity as it relates to projects. Complexity is a characteristic of a program, project, or its environment which is difficult to manage. This could be due to human behavior, like your front-end developer is a diva and won't work on when the sun lands in the Libra solar system, or system behaviors like your computer crashed, deleted all the files, or ambiguity, well, you just don't know what's going on. Complexity exists when there are many interconnected influences that behave and interact in diverse ways. In complex environments, it is not uncommon to see an aggregation of individual elements leading to unforeseen or unintended outcomes. With that, there is no way of making accurate predictions about your project and the likelihood of any potential outcome, or even knowing what outcomes might emerge. Now you know what it means to have complexity on your projects. Here are 3 tactics that you could use to help manage them. The first one is system-based. This is to see how the overall system works. If the system is not working, then you can use a technique called decoupling to disconnect parts of the system. This is to both simplify and reduce the number of connected variables. It could show you how a piece of a system works on its own and reduces the overall size of the problem. The second one is reframing. In using this technique, you will look at the system for a diverse perspective or using various data types to see the different outcomes. The third technique is process-based. Within the process-based system, there are 3 subset techniques. One is iterate, which you hear often in project management. This is to build incrementally and add one feature at a time. After each iteration, identify what worked, what did not work, custom reactions, and what the project team learned from it. Another one is engage, and this is building opportunities to get stakeholder engagement. This reduces the number of assumptions and builds learning and engagement into the process. And finally, there is fail-safe. Use this for elements of a system that are critical. Build in some type of redundancy just in case a piece of the system fails. That way, if something goes wrong, the system can keep going. And eventually, you will find the ultimate solution without breaking a sweat. On the same wave as complexity in projects, there's also volatility. Volatility exists in an environment that is subject to rapid and unpredictable change. Volatility can occur when there are ongoing fluctuations in available skill sets or materials. Volatility usually impacts cost and schedule. If you're looking to address volatility, you can use alternative analysis such as looking at different ways to meet an objective, like using a different mix of skills or outsourcing work. Another way to address volatility is having a cost reserve to cover budget overruns due to price volatility. In some cases, you can also have a schedule reserve that can be used to address delays due to volatility associated with resource availability. Knowing how to navigate uncertainty, ambiguity, complexity, and volatility improves the ability to anticipate situations, make good decisions, plan, and solve problems. That is your PMP in a snap. We'll talk again next week.